My name's Tydeman Newman, and I race and ride bikes.
We are men in spandex. That should be the name of it. Men in spandex. Oh.
I think Tydeman has enormous potential.
The athlete of tomorrow.
I kept wondering who this little kid was that kept attacking and attacking and attacking and attacking. And I just wanted to go easy, and he would keep attacking every Thursday.
When did you start eating or start running?
I started properly racing about 4 to 5 years ago. When I was 10 years old, I started to take it seriously. But I've been riding bikes since I was 2 years old, and pretty much been turning up at my dad's mountain bike races and racing in the kids category ever since I was this high kind of thing. So my sponsor right now is Peddler's Fork 10-Speed Coffee. Those guys are amazing. Derek in the bike shop can work magic with bicycles. Gideon pretty much managing everything and making that whole place run and just making my whole season work out great. And then Robbie just for turning the party up every Thursday night at Ride and Pint, which is really good fun. And then I'm also an ambassador for Untapped Maple Syrup, which is pure organic maple syrup sports products for eating. They just work so great and keep me fueled during races.
My name is Ted King. I was a professional bike racer for 10 years, lived in Europe, all over the world, and that is my jam. Untapped is maple syrup for sports nutrition. I had the idea because I'm from New England, where maple syrup is wonderful and ubiquitous, and people often think of maple syrup purely as being put on your pancakes and waffles in the morning, and that's certainly true. But in the sport of professional cycling, you have energy packs that are often 12 ingredients that are artificially colored, flavored, supplemented. They taste kind of funky. And I thought to myself, well, these sort of have the consistency of maple syrup. Why not just use one delicious ingredient, maple syrup, as sports nutrition? I think Tydeman has enormous potential. He started racing way younger than I did, and not to say that I am the prototypical pro bike racer, but he got into it way younger and has way more talent at this young age than I did, and I made a 10-year career out of it. He's got a great support system here, both within the shop, and I've gotten to know his dad pretty well, and I mean I think all signs point to success. So it's really fun to see Tydeman's development.
My name's Derek. I'm the guy that runs the shop over at the Peddler's Fork. I think I met Tydeman. I think actually first I met his dad. That was like when I first started here, and he talked to me about picking up a bike for Tydeman. So I probably met Tydeman sometime shortly thereafter. But he's always just been a real stand-up guy, and I think he's gonna be a great ambassador for the sport when he starts, competing on a really high level. Nothing but good hopes for him. I think if he wants to keep in it and he stays dedicated like he is, there's no, nothing's gonna stop him from getting to, the highest levels of the sport.
My name is Tim Eaton. I work for Cannondale Bicycles. I'm an outside sales rep, so I have the great privilege of working with a great bicycle manufacturer and selling to our local partners, much like Peddler's Fork. I actually met him right here at Peddler's Fork, and after riding bikes with him, I thought he was like 25 years old and he was some pro guy that had been racing for 10 years. Turns out I think he's 15. Absolutely mind-blowing. The kid couldn't have more energy and more enthusiasm for the sport, for riding his bike. It's just an absolute inspiration for me to see that kind of joy after I've been doing it so many years, to look at him and go, I want that. Like, that's how I want to ride my bike every day. And then just trying to keep up with him, that's a whole nother challenge. So it's been a very fun journey for me, having this role and meeting as many cool people as I do, and then getting to meet a guy like that that's the future of this and the athlete of tomorrow, with such a great head on his shoulders. I think the sport's in cool hands. Tydeman will go as far as he chooses to. I certainly think he has the talent to do this. And what we're seeing today in the sport is you don't have to win races to be relevant and to have support and to make a career out of this. We're seeing a lot more ambassadorship, and that plays so well with his attitude. And so if he's having fun and he's having success in the racing side and he wants to continue with that, that's fantastic, and he'll have that opportunity. I'm absolutely certain of that. If he continues to work as hard as he is now and his talent doesn't peak, which I can't see that happening, he'll be able to go to the highest levels of the sport. But to make a career and a lifestyle, he doesn't need to. He just needs to keep being very enthusiastic and showing up on rides like this, and brands like Cannondale and like Peddler's Fork and like Untapped Maple, they're going to be flocking to him because they want to be involved with him, because he is going to be a much bigger mouthpiece at these events than he is racing a bike somewhere in Europe. That's not going to really affect the marketplace and sell things. It's just why we market, right? Like, we spend money on guys like Ted King, which is here today. He doesn't have to race anymore, but he has much more influence coming to rides like this and meeting people and just being a nice guy. People will want to be a part of what he is doing, and that's Untapped, or it's Cannondale, right? Because he's an ambassador for that. So Tydeman's going to have a lot of opportunity if he keeps his attitude and keeps working hard.
I'm Ryan Steers. I ride mountain bikes. I'm a dad, and I hang out at Peddler's Fork a lot. I met Tydeman at Peddler's Fork, I believe it was through the Thursday night Riding Pints. I kept wondering who this little kid was that kept attacking and attacking and attacking and attacking, and I just wanted to go easy, and he would keep attacking every Thursday. I see him going really far. He's got a ton of talent. He's really fast. He's motivated, and he's got a really good head on his shoulders. So I think that's going to take him a long way. I think he's got a bright future, and yeah, just keep having fun with it. And racing strong, I know he's had a really good season so far. It's awesome to see him get some wins. It's frustrating when things go wrong mechanically, but when the fitness is there, just a couple little tweaks and the wins will follow.
Lucky pin.
It's definitely gonna be interesting. So just gonna have to play it safe and play it by ear, see what happens. To be honest, I don't really like it. There's a lot of stuff that plays into my strengths, but there's also a lot of stuff that just bugs me that necessarily isn't bad, but I don't like. So there's a lot of sand and such, but it'll be good. I think once there's a good line of us going through it and we'll all be going pretty quick, that it'll get a lot more fun.
For the race.
To mentally prepare for a race, I just try and calm down and take as much pressure off of me racing and just think that I'm going out and riding. I always think of I'm chasing one of my old teammates, Ryan Steers. Every Thursday night we go on a ride together, and I just think I'm chasing him, and that seems to do the trick a lot.
All right, JV boys, Conference C.
The race didn't go exactly the way I wanted it to. Second is always a great result, but I really know that I'm strong enough to win, so not super stoked, but just ready to move along and keep the season rolling. You can't get put down by one minor result that isn't as good as you wanted. During the race, I could really notice my legs just weren't where they were, or where they should be. I've gotten to the point that I can feel down to the tiniest little details what's wrong and what's right, and they just weren't feeling 120% or whatever it needs to be on those winning days. So you just gotta look at that and say, okay, what to do right next time and move along. So moving along after that, all you gotta do is just put it behind you. Like, as I said, it's not a bad result. It's still second place, but all you can do is just say that you had a bad day and go out and train harder and show up, and make sure you show up at the next race 150% ready, and so ready to race that the second you step on that start line, your mind's standing on the top step of the podium. Oh, just great job to all those guys out there, especially Pau, he's been hunting this whole season, and he's had his ups and downs, so it's good that he got it. And again, like, just don't have those races. I made mistakes, and all you can do is put them behind you and move along. There's so many races in the season that having won 3 in a row, you know the winning streak's got to come to an end, so yeah, it's good. Outside of racing, I like to ride my bikes in general. I love to surf, a bit of skateboarding. I dig dirt jumps. I love being in the outdoors, as you can see by the lovely area around me. And really it's just having fun, like doing whatever especially on rest days, to stay interested.
I can ride my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars. I can ride my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars.
Welcome to the Newman Racing.
I can ride my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars. I can ride my bike with no handlebars.
You caught me in my meditation phase. Raking for raking them dirt jumps. A shovel for digging them dirt jumps. That's my bicycle, just looking beautiful sitting over there, just begging to be ridden. We have the bike shed, complete with my beautiful bicycle, my dad's bicycle, my dad's beautiful bicycle that I like, my dad's bicycle, and my old bicycle. Some wheels, these things are really important. Tires, you can never have too many of these, all different varieties. Surfboards, as you know, shredding them longboards in them closeout barrels is always fun. Oh. I can't see that. Don't put that on there.